At least the weather was good today. With that, our hats off North Central. That was an incredible football team that we played today. By far, right? By far the best team that we played this season. And from top to bottom, their offensive line was phenomenal. Their defense was opportunistic and made plays today. They played with great energy and enthusiasm, and really, I hope that we end up losing to the eventual national champion. I wish them nothing but the best of luck next week. That being said, super proud of our players here, especially our senior class, winning this class. I mean, we could spend all day here probably talking about our seniors, about the accomplishments that they have this season, the awards, the accolades. I'm sure there'll be more things to come for these gentlemen, and they've earned everything. Again, for a senior class to play for 3 head coaches and to really have the winning record that they have from top to bottom. Their work ethic on a daily basis is unmatched. What a great week this was to epitomize Muhlenberg College football player, with finals, with them coming out to practice each and every single day, and then playing the biggest game here in Muhlenberg College history. Super proud of them. Obviously disappointed in today's result. Very disappointed in today's result. Just flat out because I didn't think we played our best, and from offense, defense, and special teams, really in any manner. I don't think that we played our best football game. With that, we'll kind of open it up to any questions.
You made it 28-0. You went over to the defense and kind of lit into them. Have you had occasion to do that?
No, never. And I didn't. I didn't let in. I called timeout almost like a basketball timeout. You know, it was like a fast break, and they'd scored a whole bunch of points in a row, and that was more like a let's see if we can stop the momentum. I encouraged them and said that I thought we were playing uncharacteristic of ourselves. Guys their reads and their keys were a little bit off, and we made some mistakes that we had not made in 13 weeks out there. And again, that's why I thought I was just disappointed in I don't know where it came from. Either we've got to find a way to prepare our players better, again, having never been in this moment before. I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way to do it. And maybe next year we'll look at doing things a little bit differently. But no, that was a see if we could stop the bleeding kind of timeout and encourage these guys to know that they're ready for the moment, that they can believe in themselves a little bit more. And obviously it didn't work. But nonetheless, it was not me telling these guys. Mickey knows I don't come into their meetings. I don't do that kind of stuff. Coach Davis and the defense handles their business, and today we're outmatched on a lot of ways.
They were in the ball up the middle a lot. Is that what you saw on film, and why were they so successful with it?
Sure, I think it was. I didn't think that they showed outside of the buck sweep play that we hadn't seen on film. That was the only thing that we really hadn't seen. 11, Kaminsky, and Rudder, they throw a lot of corner balls. They completed a lot of corner balls today, and we just didn't stop them. I thought they're super physical. Dante can say, but from my perspective, I thought that was the best offensive line. I mean, Keith,
it's the best line I played in 4 years.
Yeah, and Keith, you could know
12%.
from more national perspective. If there's a better line in the country, maybe Whitewater's got a better offensive line. They're pretty good and they pound the rock. But from our perspective, what we've seen on film, that is the best offensive line that we've seen all season. Dante, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'd agree. We haven't played anybody nearly as good as they were up front. They had a game plan and they executed it. That's all it came down to.
Is it stronger, or how would you?
I wouldn't say they were stronger. I think it's just a game plan thing. Just they executed better than we did. Like Coach Milne said, a couple of guys were trying to make plays a little bit outside of their assignment, and that's where you give up the big plays.
Their speed. Obviously they're a big offensive line. But when you watch them run off the football and play really fast, and again as the offensive line coach, when I watched that, I'm going, whoa. And so their team speed And when you look at their offensive line and say that they're fast, I mean, well, good gravy. What's the rest of their team going to be like? Yeah. You know, I don't know if we were surprised by it. Obviously, not a lot of people come in here and rush for 200 yards on us, but certainly wasn't out of the ordinary for them and what they do, especially on a rainy day today. You know, that was obviously going to be our game plan a little bit and their game plan as well, and it just didn't work out for us, and it did for them.
From your perspective, what is it between Rudder and Kaminsky that allows them to be so successful?
Fast. They've obviously played a bunch of games together as well, and he's so sudden in his routes. You know, he's got a burst, and then there's a pace and a shimmy, and then he's out of his break so fast. And for whatever reason, they're just in tune with one another. Obviously, a ton of reps and a ton of plays together over the last couple of years. And then he just puts it on the money every time. The one that just sticks out to me, I had not seen a play like this in my extensive knowledge as head football coach in all 2 years here. The fourth down out route, John Washington is all over him, and Brock puts it in a place where I didn't think Kaminsky was going to get the ball, and he just reached out, stuck in his hand. John goes to make the tackle, he misses the tackle, and now they're at the 2-yard line. And again, not that was a turning point in the game, but if we stopped them on fourth down, again, we came out and moved the ball in the third quarter, and again, maybe 35-14, you know, we get them thinking a little bit. Not saying the outcome would have been different in any way, but we get them thinking a little bit, we get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of belief in ourselves, and again, they score and essentially end the football game in that situation right there.
Mike, speaking of momentum, the play with the snap over your head, did that? I mean, how did that? I guess come to be first of all, and did that kind of stop your momentum, or derail you guys a little bit in the early?
Yeah, that was just a miscommunication. Our center thought he heard something I said I didn't. Just miscommunication there. And I mean, hats off to North Central. They played really well on defense. They made plays. We didn't make as many plays as we'd like to, and yeah, that's really all it came down to.
What did you see on film when you watched them play Mount Union? I mean, 59 points against them isn't too bad either.
Yeah. I think we saw it. Obviously, Mount Union was a good football team, and North Central was a good football team. They play so much confidence as well, North Central does. It didn't seem as though there was anything that they didn't run offensively and defensively that they didn't believe in. And it looked the same way that game, and the same thing in the Del Val game. The games that we had on film for them, again, it's been tough sledding for most of their opponents. So what is there for them not to believe in at this point? And they came out and played with that confidence today. I thought we had a great crowd. I thought it was loud. I thought the place was packed. And so, you know, for them to take them out of the crowd, take them out of it early, you know, I think that was really, really well done on their part too, and just gave them even more confidence from there.
For all four of you guys, how do you want your senior class to be remembered here?
Men, probably more than football players, but men of good character who, no matter what in life, no matter the situation, know how to dig in. And being a senior and a captain, more than tackles and more than interceptions, that's what I try to teach the young guys. No matter what adversity you face in life, you rise to the occasion and you get it done, and you do it with class. And that's how my parents raised me. That's how my coaches molded me. And that's how everybody at this school acts. So that's probably my big thing. I don't know about the other guys.
I would say that we're a very unselfish group. There's about like 20 of us who come out every single day, and all we want to do is win and work hard. Every single one of us are best friends, and we're the closest group at anybody group at this school. And it's incredible to see how much we've done. And we face adversity all the time. We always came out, and no matter who we were playing, no matter what the score was today, I would say every single senior was getting everyone else ready to go and just prepared for the worst. And we tried to capitalize today, and as seniors, it was a pleasure to play with every single one of them.
Nate, I saw a couple Twitter postings this week for you guys landing some recruits. Has this run elevated your recruiting, would you say? I mean, did you say something like that?
I'm not supposed to specifically talk about recruits,
Not players,
but I think it certainly isn't going to hurt any at all. You know, I think it'll be a big benefit for us, and hopefully be able to propel us even further. You know, we're one game better than we were a year ago, and let's work our tail off to be one game better next year, and that'll be the message that we send to our players there. And again, we get a chance, you know, and it'll be in Ohio next year. Yeah, you know, let's make that trip to Ohio next year and see what we got. I know with 18 back at quarterback, we got a chance to win every single football game, and so we're really excited about where we're headed.
Also, you guys, the senior guys who are done, what do you want to see next for Muhlenberg football? What like framework did you guys lay for the future?
I mean, you get told all the time, leave a place better than you found it, and that's pretty hard to do at Muhlenberg College, especially with football. But just keep being mules and work hard, because that's one of our founding tenets, and just like I said before, Coach Millen at the top, you're going to learn a lot more than schemes and X's and O's. And everybody else involved in this organization knows that it goes well beyond the game, and just be really good football players, but be great men. And I think Coach Millen does a really good job with that.
I think the coaching staff and players under us really looked up to the seniors, and every single person that I've talked to, every single person that congratulated me for everything, they really did. They just cared about our senior class. I think we set a footprint and a blueprint for the rest of Muhlenberg history for football, because again, we've never been to the Final Four, and in the beginning of the year, we said that we would be here. Even the people in this room, every single person said that we'll be here or in the finals, and that's what we did, and we accomplished our goals this year. And I think that our senior class is one to remember, and it's one to look up to, because there's a lot of really good players and a lot of really good people in this group.
Yeah, for me, this is actually my first year with the program, and what these two guys, what they just said about the culture of this program, they hit the nail on the head. I mean, from day one showing up here, the work ethic's there every day, and like Mickey said, dig in. That's kind of like the thing we do. Everybody shows up every day with their lunch bill and goes to work, and like Coach Millen said, we just took it one step further this year than we did last year. So for me, I'd love to see this program continue to be bought in and take it one step further, take it one game just like they did last year and just like we did this year, and just continue to follow that blueprint.
Michael, when do you start working on 2020?
A minute ago.
Now, just to reiterate, as a junior, this senior class, meant a lot to me. Mickey telling him fourth quarter late, he sent me a direct message my senior year of high school. Just we played against each other, and I didn't want to play against him anymore. I wanted to play with him.
Same with me.
They meant a lot. Ryan Kurz, obviously everyone knows, is one of the best players in the country, and he made my job really easy. But as for a class, we won't meet a group of guys who work any harder, and that's bar none, not even close. They lift really hard, they run really hard, and they practice really hard. We practiced really hard the past couple of weeks. People are dinged up, and they're just going with it, and that's what I'm remembering about this class.